we got something breaking right here. We are so honored. Listen.
Come on, dog.
This is a huge one. This is probably the hugest. Hugest. The hugest moment on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We got a Sarah in here that's straight up just out. And I don't even know. I'm so excited. I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Listen, we got the one and only Dr. Greene in the house, but this is brought to you by America's Best. That's right, America's Best contacts and eyeglasses. Listen, you need to find out yourself how good their customer service and eyewear selection are. So listen, let your tax refund fund your latest look. Visit America's Best to check out their over 100 brand name frames like the Rickey Smiley Eyewear, the Sean John, Sophia Vergara, Privé Revo at amazing prices. So you need to just go online and schedule your appointment today at americasbest.com. Or call 1-800-2BETTER. That's 1-800-TWOPAIR to be connected to the store nearest you. So don't overpay for your eyeglasses anywhere else because you get 2 complete pairs of single vision glasses for $69.95, including a free eye exam. You get to choose from hundreds of stylish frames. Call 1-800-2PAIR. Go online at americasbest.com. So America's Best to be connected to the store nearest you. In certain states, eye exams provided by independent doctors of optometry or ophthalmology. Tell them Rickey Smiley sent you. Hey, listen. The one and only is in the building, so we have both Black history and medical history joining us in the studio. Dr. Hadiyah-Nicole Greene, and listen, man, is one of the first African American women to earn a PhD in physics. Even bigger than that, she is the first person to successfully cure cancer in mice using laser technology. How did you?
Wow!
Big round of applause, y'all! Come on.
Wow.
How did you, and make sure you get some good shots. How did you do that? How did you pull that off?
Well, first, let me say good morning. Rickey Smiley, it is such a pleasure to be here. I am so excited and so honored to be here. And
We're happy to have you.
Yes, and I want to give a shout out to Pastor Freddie Haynes and all my sorors who made this happen this morning.
Yes, indeed.
So how?
So my journey is an interesting one, and I'll share it with you really quickly. My aunt and uncle were the only parents I knew. My mom passed when I was 18 months. I didn't know my father. My grandparents both passed in the same year when I was 4. So my aunt and uncle took my brothers and I in, and they were my parents.
Wow.
I was the first in my family to go to college. I went to Alabama A&M University.
Alabama A&M.
Right.
Bulldogs. Shout out to A&M. Hey, my first gig was in Bill Gray's Hall. Trust me, I did Delta Week. So shout out to Tawanda, Washington in D.C., Alabama A&M Delta, who had me come up there and do Delta Week.
Yes.
So that was my first gig, paid me $400. I'll never forget it.
So while
Tawanda Amos now. Go ahead.
While I was there, you are a living legend as what can come out of an HBCU, even though you went to Alabama State.
They listening in the gum. They listening.
You have been such an inspiration, and I want to thank you for being a trailblazer out of an HBCU and always repping.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, I love you for that. Yes.
Great memories from the Hill.
Yes.
The Dust of Dawn parties, homecoming. Don't get me started. I partied on the Hill. Okay. So how did you come up with
So my journey.
Yes.
I interned at NASA, University of Rochester Institute of Optics, and I was graduated with a 4.0 in physics.
Wow.
After serving as a year as Miss Alabama A&M University.
What?
And the day after graduation, my aunt announced that she had what she referred to as woman's cancer.
Right.
And that she would rather die than experience the side effects of chemo and radiation. I was her primary caregiver, and I watched her go from being this powerful matriarch, the cooker of Christmas and Thanksgiving dinners, this church-going, praying woman of God, to somebody who couldn't walk, talk, speak, cook, eat, take care of herself at all. I watched cancer eat her from the inside out. 3 months later, my uncle who raised me was diagnosed with cancer. I was his primary caregiver while he was going through chemo. I watched him lose 150 pounds, all of his hair, all of his eyelashes, his fingernails turned black. His beautiful chocolate skin looked like it had been barbecued.
Wow.
And I said, there has to be a better way. And I couldn't save my loved ones from cancer, but I dedicated my life so nobody else would have to go through what my family went through.
Wow. All right, y'all. Listen, man. Listen, we got Dr. Hadiyah-Nicole. Boy, this is a good one right here. We might have to stop the whole show today. I don't even care about no music. What we got out there today? What?
Yeah.
All right, listen. We got more with Dr. Greene. We'll just figure it out. I really want to have this conversation. The music don't even matter at this point. We're gonna talk to you today. This is huge
Because we want to even get
this.
we want to get into the coronavirus as well.
All right.
Absolutely, y'all. Hey, we got Dr. Hadiyah-Nicole Greene in the building. Alabama A&M graduate, member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. We're going to be talking more with her coming up next week. Smiley Morning Show.
What's up?
.com. We got Dr. Hadiyah-Nicole Greene in the studio. Gary, Brett, this is groundbreaking. Yeah. I am so excited about this. Like I literally can't breathe. And so you came up with this, and you said God just gave it to you.
Yes.
And because you was originally trying to do cable, like what was that you were saying?
So I had all this training in physics, optics, lasers. And when my aunt and uncle went through this, I was like, how can I use my background in lasers and optics? Because I was planning this career in optical communications, and I was going to revolutionize the way we receive cable and internet. Mm-hmm. And then I said, well, if a satellite in outer space can tell whether a dime on the ground is face up or face down, and if a cell phone can call anywhere on the planet and target one cell phone, even in a room full of people, why can't we treat cancer at the site of the tumor without it impacting the whole person and somebody's hair falling out? Unless you got cancer in your head, it didn't make sense to me why your hair would have to fall out. My background in physics is not the same as the training of a biologist or a chemist. And I said, this just doesn't make sense to me. There has to be a better way. So I dedicated my life to using the technology of satellites and cell phones to treat cancer.
Right. So you in the lab.
I'm in the lab.
And you did what and how?
Okay, so good question. I developed a new type of what's called a nanoparticle, which is a really, really tiny particle that's harmless until you shine a laser light on it. And then it heats up because of it vibrating really fast. Mm-hmm. And it kills whatever it's touching. So the laser that I'm using is low power, like a laser pointer, but it's a small beam. And because it's localized, we can target it at just the site of the tumor. And we show complete elimination of tumors in laboratory mice after one treatment over the course of 15 days with no side effects, no chemo, no surgery, no radiation.
Wow.
Using technology.
Wow.
Eva, do you hear this?
I'm like, wow.
This is what happens when you couple black girl magic with STEM.
Come on now.
All right now.
Come on now.
And prayer and faith and divine assignment. So the idea for this, I have to give God the glory. This was a divine inspiration. I can't take credit for it. So when people say, you know, oh, you're going to be Oprah rich, or you can be a billionaire, this was not for me to be rich. This wasn't about me. My heart, when I did this, was so nobody else would have to suffer the way my family suffered. So I started a nonprofit to raise the money instead of taking money from investors, so the technology could be affordable for my family. For my community.
So, Dr. Greene, this is Gary, and I'm a cancer survivor.
Oh, Gary. Oh, Gary. I'm sending you so much love right now.
Well, thank you so much.
Everybody love Gary.
When I heard your cancer story, it brought me to tears. And I know you don't want to be called strong, but I admire you for sharing your testimony and for coming to work every day in spite of what you were going through. Bless you.
Yes, most definitely. And that's what I was going to ask you now. So do you think there will ever be a cure for cancer, for one thing? And I'm also asking about, you were saying about no radiation or chemotherapy, which I went through both of them. Yes. Which my chemotherapy, I wore my chemotherapy patch. Instead of me going, sitting in the clinic, getting the chemotherapy, they just gave me I wore the bag. the pad,
Yes.
the little
Yes.
the what you call it, the pouch thing or whatever.
Right.
I wore that every day. And the chemotherapy was just being infused, as I was working every day and what have you. But now as for radiation, the radiation was interesting because I used to go to my doctor. And Ricky, you came with me.
I went
and
with
I said, oh, who you cooking today? Because radiation, it burns you.
It was all right when you came out of there, but later on, you can start to feel the
side
effect.
effects.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if your radiation was localized to just the site of your tumor? How much
Exactly.
less you would have had to suffer?
Yeah, I could imagine.
That was what inspired me to develop something where people didn't have to suffer so much.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Dr. Greene, what is the next step? I know we're going to help out, and Ricky's definitely going to help spearhead your efforts to help with funding. But what's the next step in this process for you?
So we are raising money to begin human trials. Is killing cancer in mice? We're doing that. We need to now start killing cancer in people. So
Right.
we started the Auralee Smith Cancer Research Foundation, named after my late aunt who raised me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
And
See?
I said, if we can have a Susan G, we can have a
Yep.
Auralee.
Okay.
And you were saying since you was 1 year old, they've been raising money for Susan. You know what? Like,
Right. And I'm 39 now. And
So
I
where's
do
the
ask,
money?
where's the pink cure?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I walked a minute, Susan.
Me
being
too.
I walked for me and
so listen,
some
but
of your
listen to the question though.
Where's the pink cure? And
With the ribbon.
I appreciate the awareness of
Right.
early detection. Early detection saves lives. It
Right.
really does.
Right.
If you get treated stage 1, stage 2, you have a 95% chance of surviving.
Wow.
But what happens when you get diagnosed and you're stage 4 and the doctors tell you there's nothing else we can do? People have been reaching out to me, thousands of people. Can you do to me what you did to that mouse? I'll be your human guinea pig. And we are literally turning patients away because we haven't raised the money to start human trials. We have to go through the FDA approval so that we can begin human trials and get adopted by the American Medical Association. So all these conspiracy theories, there is a protocol that we must follow. We have to get the approvals, and that costs money.
Wow.
And so we're doing this through the nonprofit so we can keep the technology affordable and accessible.
Say that one more time.
We are raising money through my nonprofit so we can keep and ensure that this technology will be affordable and accessible for all.
For all.
For all.
Absolutely.
Around the planet.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Wow.
There are nearly 9 million people a year dying from cancer. So I'm not trying to compete with the pharmaceutical industry for the cancer patients they treat, help, and save. Like, bless you, Gary, for being a survivor. But what about the 9 million people who don't survive every year?
Right.
That's where my heart to help
So
is.
so where do we start? So people need to go
To
where?
Auralee.org. Oralee.org. And for all those texters out there, you can text Aura to 71777. So in the 2 box where you put your number, you can put 71777, and in the message, 3 letters, ORA.
Listen, so we're going to put this on our website as well. And for everybody out there, my friend Fred, my friend Jeff Belzer, everybody that has lost, these are 2 of my high school classmates that lost their mother to cancer, Jeff and Penelope Belzer and Fred Bendian. I need all of y'all, everybody that has lost loved ones like I have to cancer, in honor
Yes.
of our loved ones. We're gonna invest into this project for you.
Thank
And because we all we got, and we have to take care of
Right.
each other, and this is a HBC. And even if just not that, if you've graduated from a HBCU, you need to be the first one. This is a product of, and we talk about HBCUs on this show every single day. If you're a church, we asking every single church to get involved, every single organization. We asking Delta Sigma Theta, the Divine Nine, to get involved. We even asking KK Psi and Tau Beta Sigma and Phi Mu Alpha and Delta Omicron, Crips, Bloods, Vice Lords, city workers,
Disciples.
gang members. I don't care what you are, deacons, deaconess. We need everybody.
Yes, all hands on deck.
All of it.
Yes.
All of it. Let me tell you, I don't care if I have to bring you on this show every week to let people know what you're doing. There's not going to be a one interview. We're going to keep pushing until we reach our goal. I'm with you on that. I stand behind you as a bruh.
Thank you.
The
Yes.
Q's are with you. All the bros. I'm challenging every single member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity, incorporated or whatever, active and non-active.
Yeah.
Send some money. This is a Sarah.
Yes.
We got you. We with you.
Thank you.
Dr. Hadiya, how can we find you on social media? Because I would like to follow you and
thank
stuff,
you.
and then
Yes.
like repost whatever you post so we can get the
Thank you.
information
Thank
out
you.
there
Thank
via
you.
social media. Because we have like millions of followers, so we want to put it out on
Yes.
that platform as
Thank
well.
you. Thank you. So my handle is at Dr. Hadiyah Greene, and I'll spell
Okay.
it at DrHadiyah Greene, like the color.
Right.
Thank you so much. Oh, we appreciate you. I feel like I'm so smart.
Right.
You know what
so
I mean?
so
Thank
you'll
you
be
so
back. So
much.
this is not a one-time interview. We're gonna have you back. I'm finna work on all day getting you set up. Give them how they can hit you one more time.
Auralee.org, ORALEE.org, or you can text Aura to 71777, and you can follow us at Dr. Hadiyah Greene and at We Are Auralee.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Hadiyah-Nicole Greene, y'all. Come on. Karaoke coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
All right, y'all. We in the studio with Dr. Hadiyah Greene. We are so excited. And listen, hey, if you had a loved one, lost a loved one to cancer, have somebody that's going through cancer, and this is that one moment in our lifetime that we need to get behind this. And we have a cure for cancer. And I'm so excited to have Dr. Greene on with us this morning. And so the whole goal is to raise $10 million.
To get started.
To get started.
Yes.
Right.
All I'm asking is put me in the game, coach.
Right.
Let us start the human trials. Let's see if we're working humans.
Right.
And so we need more than that to finish the human trials, but to get started, we need $10 million. That's 100,000 people doing $100. $10
Wow.
a month. This
Right.
is a tangible goal for us to do as a community, and it's a small ask of a lot of people to ensure this treatment is affordable and accessible, because this is not about me.
Right.
This is not about me. This was for us. This is, go ahead.
And look right in that camera and just tell them how was you able to just pull that off?
So I have to give God the glory, the honor, and the praise, because that's where my ideas came from. I'm just a vessel. I'm a servant on an assignment. I downloaded the information, wrote it down, went into the lab, did it. It maybe not as simple as that, but that's what happened.
Right.
Yeah, and so some of my background, I have 3 degrees in physics. After the first one, my aunt and uncle who raised me were both impacted by cancer. I was both of their primary caregiver, and I saw the horrors of cancer and the horrors of cancer treatment and knew there had to be a better way. So I dedicated my life to developing a technology that could eliminate tumors without side effects, without chemo, without radiation, without surgery, so that we can reduce the suffering of cancer patients. So I use lasers and nanotechnology that I inject into tumors in mice, and after one treatment over the course of 15 days, we've demonstrated complete elimination of cancer in mice with no side effects. I started a nonprofit, the Auralee Smith Cancer Research Foundation, that I named after my late aunt, Auralee Smith. Our mission is to reduce the suffering of cancer patients and provide a treatment that is affordable, effective, and accessible for all. We are raising money to begin human trials. We get so many cancer patients right now who've been told there's nothing else we can do. And my heart's desire is not to compete with the pharmaceutical industry for the people who get early detection and chemo and radiation cures their cancer. My heart is to help those people when they're told there's nothing else we can do. Those people who show up, especially from the African American community, who are more likely to die than any other race from cancer. I want to help save some of the 9 million lives that are lost to cancer every year around the world. And we need to keep this treatment affordable and accessible. So we're raising money to begin human trials through the Auralee Smith Cancer Research Foundation. And everybody can be a part of what we're doing and a part of making history, because it's not about me. Everyone can go to auralee.org or text Aura to 71777. You can go to auralee.org or text Aura to 71777 and join this movement. We are on the brink of a cancer revolution, and we have to be our own answer to cancer.
There it is. All right, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Greene right here. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, graduate of Alabama A&M and member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, the one and only Dr. Greene.